Hey y'all, a little note on vibrational upgrades. Typically, when we are in the midst of vibrationally upgrading or raising our vibration, as it's sometimes called, where there's this process that happens along with it that doesn't necessarily feel very elevating. It can feel very roller coastery, but the image that's been coming to mind is actually a boy in the water that's floating, and something pulls the boy down and then it lets it go. And when it lets it go, it pops up, and each time it pops up just a little bit more buoyant, a little bit lighter. And this process of being pulled down to pop back up, pulled down to pop back up. And typically, the temptation is to interrupt this process and to feel like, well, I feel down, I must do something to change that. Or I feel high, I must do something to sustain that. When really it's this natural process that wants to take place, that is the process of us raising our vibration. And this happens not necessarily from anything we're doing, it can be spontaneous, it often is, I find. There are practices we can do to consciously raise our vibration by self-nurturing, self-loving, doing things we enjoy, doing things that light our hearts up. But at the same time, there are these phases we go through, these natural cycles we go through where we're going through some spiritual upgrades, we're going through some energetic upgrades. And sometimes the way that plays out is this sort of roller coastery, like, oh, I feel very high, then I get plunged back down into discomfort, then I feel very, very good and very high. And when we're going through that and we're not interrupting those processes and we're allowing them to move as they want, we'll find we'll get a lot of information about what's being asked of us. And when we honor that and we don't try to interrupt it in any way, it really is a beautiful process that when we come out of it, we feel very clean, very light, very buoyant, to bring the analogy home. But that can be happening right now. It could be something that's been going on lately. If that's the case, don't judge when you're feeling low, and don't try to figure anything out when you're feeling high necessarily. This is a process that's going through, and it's sort of like a wave of motions that's going through to get us to a higher place. And there's really nothing to do than to nourish ourselves, do things that are self-nurturing and loving, and to allow things to be what they want to be. So I'm sending love and wishing you well. Bye.